Disappointed E3 so far, Star Wars fans? Well, you're not alone. I feel the same way. And the Xbox Bethesda press conference took place, and unfortunately we didn't get any new Star Wars games announcements. And it was rumored that we could get something announced. I reported on that previously. I said there's a 50% chance it might happen, might not happen. Unfortunately, it did not happen. Now, that doesn't mean that there might be some Star Wars games in development in the background, but it looks like these Star Wars games that are rumored are not going to be coming out anytime soon at all, which of course is severely disappointing for us Star Wars fans. Now, the Xbox Bethesda conference did have some incredible reveals. We got to see the first true gameplay of Battlefield 2042, which is what you see right here. And I was absolutely blown away by this game. And it is my number one game right now, this year in terms of multiplayer shooters. I'm a huge Battlefield fan. I cannot wait for Battlefield 2042. I mean, look at this gameplay. Look at the environments, the graphics, the tornado, the weather effects, the city, everything in it just looks absolutely stunning. It has 128 players on the next gen consoles as well. You can of course play it on the previous gen consoles too, and it's available on PC on top of that. But again, that tornado, all these weather effects, all of this stuff going on in Battlefield 2042 is setting this game up to be one of the biggest and best Battlefields ever. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being, one of the most popular games of this year for sure. Now, in terms of the other announcements, they also announced Halo Infinite, or showed Halo Infinite gameplay, I should say. And Halo Infinite looks absolutely incredible as well. And the cool thing about Halo Infinite's multiplayer is it's going to be 100% free to play. So if you didn't know that, you can just download the Halo Infinite multiplayer and jump in. I don't think you even have to have Xbox Game Pass to play the Halo Infinite multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. I really am excited for this one, but I'll be honest with you, my excitement level's even more for Battlefield 2042. I mean, look at this. It has freaking rockets launching during the middle of the match. And from what I understand, sometimes that rocket launch, will actually fail, which I'm not sure what that means exactly. I don't know if it's going to fall on top of you during the map, but that would be pretty insane if that happened. But, again, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming from E3. It's just not coming from the Star Wars division of things. And as you know, I am called Star Wars Headquarters, and I am heavily focused on Star Wars gaming, which brings me to the next point of this video. And I'm going to talk about the possibility of me changing the name of Star Wars Headquarters to something else so that we can talk about other things beyond just Star Wars on this channel. Now, keep in mind, Star Wars will always be my primary focus, but I am really thinking at this point, seriously thinking about adapting with the environment around me, what's going on, because I can't simply sit here and wait around 5 years or whatever it's going to be for the next Star Wars game. So let me know what you'd want to see from the channel in the future. And again, change is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be exciting for our community. I know a lot of you are excited for Battlefield 2042, are excited for Halo Infinite, are excited for these other games outside of Star Wars. And we can talk about these games and enjoy these games as we wait for the next big Star Wars game. Because again, I'm not abandoning Star Wars. I will still always report on Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but I gotta adapt with the times here. We're definitely in a slump for Star Wars gaming officially. There's nothing really coming out. We are getting Star Wars Hunters, but I don't know if that's going to be really a big game that I'm going to report on this channel. We'll see about that, and we'll see how that game pans out. But let me know what you'd want to see from the channel in the future. Leave your comments down below. Join in on the conversation, and I hope you stick with me here if I do decide to change the name ultimately to something else and something new. So I do appreciate all of your support as always, and thank you all for everything. And again, I do have to stress that I will always be focused on Star Wars. I'm not abandoning Star Wars here, but again, we got to adapt with the fact that there's nothing for Star Wars right now. Now, we do have EA Play coming up, of course, in July 22nd to be exact. It's rumored that we're getting a Battlefront 3 announcement, but you know how these rumors go. It's 50% chance at this point, and even if it is announced, it's going to take at least probably, I'm going to guess, 2 to 3 years for it to release. So we're looking at probably a 2024 release for a Battlefront 3. Because again, if they do a Battlefront 3, it's probably going to be all next gen, require tons of work from the dev team for that to be realized in the first place. So I got to be realistic here with my expectations on the time frame of these gaming releases, especially when it comes to Star Wars. So that's another reason why I want to adapt and kind of transition over into more variety content. So that way, as we're waiting for these new Star Wars games, we can enjoy these other games as well and talk about them as a community. Because honestly, again, I'm super excited for all of these new games that were announced. Also, did you see Forza Horizon 5? If you're a racing fan, that game looks like it's going to be the best racing game ever created, and I'm super excited for that one as well. So that's going to do it for the video. I was expecting to report on something Star Wars today, to be honest. I was hoping that the Mandalorian game rumor would pan out or something like that, but it did not. That doesn't mean it's not in development. It could still be in development in the background, but we know how these Star Wars games go. They either get shelved or canceled all the time. So nothing is solid until it is officially announced. So we do have the Ubisoft game coming up, open world Star Wars game, but they haven't revealed the name of that. They haven't shown any gameplay of it. We don't know what era it's set in. From all we know right now is that the Ubisoft open world game is in early concept stages, and they haven't even put together any graphics or anything like that. So from what I understand, they're probably still working out the story, what era it's set in, who the characters are, and then also they have to figure out the gameplay mechanics, who you will be. Is it going to be co-op? Is it going to be multiplayer? Will it be single player, first person, third person? All of these design concepts that Ubisoft has to work on still for the Star Wars game is a lot. So again, that game, I'm expecting a 2024, 2025 release at least. So again, yeah, waiting around for that, is kind of alarming for me as a content creator. And I could be talking about other fun games with you all. Now, I know that some of you are thinking that I could be talking about the Mandalorian movie as well and stuff like that. I'm going to try to inject that into my content as well, because I'm really looking forward to the Mandalorian season 3, and then also the Book of Boba Fett. And then I'm enjoying the Bad Batch as well. So there's still a lot of Star Wars outside of gaming. It's just that my channel, of course, has always had a primary focus on gaming in the first place. So again, join in on the conversation. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. And I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.